Alright, so I've officially lost control of my life. What started as a totally normal, casual, healthy appreciation for Hatake Kakashi has now escalated into full-blown obsession. My sister-in-law's caveat has come true. Naruto is my whole personality now. This obsession with Hatake Kakashi has reached a critical point. So rather than seek help, like a normal person, I've chosen a much healthier route. To create an OC that is his perfect match, and then force my husband to cosplay Kakashi. Because obviously that's the only logical solution here. So I've created an original character that is his wife, and my husband has graciously agreed to dress up as my fictional shinobi soulmate so that I can get all this out of my system. Though, just between you and me, this is probably just gonna add fuel to the fire of my passions for this fictitious man. Her name is Hatake Kokoro. She is everything I love, wrapped up into one dangerous, flirty, perfectly tailored kunoichi package. And today, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about her tragic backstory, her ridiculously OP and forbidden, obviously, jutsu, and how I plan to absolutely ruin my Kakashi's focus with the bombshell jutsu queen that is his wife. And that is not up for debate. This is happening. If you have opinions about it, feel free to write them down on a piece of paper and go right ahead and flush them down the nearest toilet, because your complaints are shit to me. And if you're sitting there like, wow, this seems like an elaborate excuse to get your husband to dress up as your anime crush, congratulations, you understand the directive of this mission. But to be fair, Kakashi-sensei does wildly remind me of my husband. So that's probably where the attraction began, okay? It's not cheating if they're the same person. I'm Koripo, and after years of ADD and insomnia, I've studied and obsessed over many things. So this is Slumber Myth, a place to put that insomnia fuel. Who is Hatake Kokoro? Kokoro-chan grew up in the Hidden Leaf Village, and she's the same age as Kakashi. She trained in sealing jutsu, close quarters combat, and probably spent most of her childhood beating the smugness out of Kashi-kun. You know, as an act of public service. While Kakashi was busy being a prodigy and collecting trauma like it was a limited edition card set, Kokoro took a different path, one that involved sealing jutsu, strategic analysis, and hand-to-hand combat. Kakashi may be a genius, but Kokoro is the smartest dumbass you will ever meet. One moment she's strategizing her way out of an ambush, and the next, mid-mission, she is teasing her husband so aggressively that even Anbu-level focus won't save him from her shenanigans. Their dynamic is, you are my entire world and I will bully you. And definitely peak, I tolerate no one but you energy. I'm talking absolute ride or die nonsense. Just like my husband and I in real life. Now let's get into some personality traits. Strengths include tactical genius, unholy levels of charisma, dangerously seductive when necessary, and because of which is an expert in distractions, both on and off the battlefield. And lastly, she has big mama bear energy. Weaknesses would include her husband. She is also impulsive, vengeful, and overprotective to the point of absurdity. She has zero chill or self-control when she's provoked. Some Kokoro quirks. Absolutely uses forbidden jutsu for practical jokes when she's bored. Also has about as much shame for watching Kakashi train shirtless as he does for reading Icha in public. Why pretend? And if Kakashi ignores her for too long, she will absolutely try to steal his mask in public just to see his reaction. It's not her fault he's so easy to mess with. Her forbidden jutsu. If I'm gonna make an OC, she needs a forbidden jutsu that makes every Kage in the 5 nations say, we should probably keep an eye on her. Because if I'm going to make an OC, I'm going to make her unreasonably powerful, obviously. The jutsu name is Yume ni Mezemeru, Slumber Awakening. Translated to awaken to a dream, because obviously her powers are going to somewhat resemble the existence of my YouTube channel. Long story short, Kokoro can trap someone in a genjutsu eternal dream state, where they get to live out their greatest desires, which is devastating in battle. This is a chakra sealing curse that traps an enemy's consciousness in an endless dream state. Think, congratulations, you live here now. Good luck with that. Oh, and I should mention, she can also use it on herself to remove pain, fear, distractions, and physical limitations, meaning she can cut off every emotion except murder mode, basically turning her into an unstoppable force for as long as she can hold it. What's more terrifying than a ninja with a high pain tolerance? Try one capable of turning it off altogether. Now, why is it forbidden? There is a pretty steep downside. If she overuses it, she could sever her own connection to reality permanently. So you know, minor side effects. I personally identify with this aspect of her jutsu an equally sketchy amount. So Kokoro's deal is that she's hot, dangerous, and possibly too powerful. So naturally, Kakashi fell in love, despite his best efforts. Baka. Although once she had her sights set on him, it's not like he had much of a choice in the matter. Kokoro's look. Now let's talk about the real priority, making this OC look stupidly cool and hot enough to trick Kakashi into applying the fantasies from his book to an actual woman. The main outfit is a sleek, tactical, Anbu Jonin combination of aesthetics, mainly in black and blue, because we're going for deadly stealth wife. But, you know, make it fashion. But the whole color palette is navy, black, and red. Because with the black and blue, stealth is important, but accessorizing is too. Hair, extremely long, shiny, and black. Often tied back in a loose ponytail with a pretty special little pair of bells on a red string. Kashi-kun gave it to her as an anniversary gift. The ponytail, because practicality and grip convenience. Headband placement. Around the neck for 3 important reasons. 1, because Anbu. 2, to cover bite marks from Kakashi. And most importantly, 3, because that's where the main character energy goes. Mask. Only in battle or on missions. Unlike some people, she doesn't need to be mysterious 24/7. Kashi. Weapon of choice. Dual custom kunai knives with sealing tags, specifically designed to pin enemies in place. Companion. A massive black wolf named Kurogane. He only listens to Kokoro and despises everyone else. Kurogane is massive and terrifying, and despite judging Kakashi daily, Kurogane is probably the only being in existence more overprotective of Kakashi than Kokoro herself. Plus, if Kakashi gets a pack of dogs, Kokoro gets a whole-ass nightmare beast. That's just equality. So, pretty much, I have created the most elite ninja wife, and I will be cosplaying her. Kakashi's perfect match and my self-indulgent masterpiece. And also a brilliant excuse to get my IRL soulmate to dress up as my anime one. If you see us at AwesomeCon, come say hi. Or don't. Either way, I'll be living my best life, making sure my dear husband completes his mission to never drop character. Comment below, should I write out Kokoro's entire backstory? Should I make an entire fanfiction? Should I quit my life entirely and become a kunoichi in another universe? And I wish. Lord knows I've been training so hard. Like, subscribe, and pray for my husband, because he has no idea what's coming. The next part of this AwesomeCon 2025 OC series will include physically putting her outfit together, makeup, both for Kakashi and Kokoro, and role-playing cues for at the con. So prepare yourselves, because this cosplay journey is just getting started. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some important training to do, by which I mean convincing my husband to take his role very seriously. You know, for science. And much like Kokoro's jutsu, happy nightmares. Ja ne, muyu byosha. Jutsu!